Does Ryan Reynolds deserve to be shot? What is up, sad boys? What is this? Oh, it's a jacket. Hi, my name's Greyson Todd, and I like to talk about movies. I am well-versed in the historical context that one would need to consume media, to dissect film. But for some reason, I've fallen a little behind on movies. For some reason, there are just some things happening that I don't really feel inspired to drive to a place, pay $15 to go watch a movie that I'm not gonna enjoy. I'm not comforted by that, regardless of how far back your chairs recline. But that does not mean that my passion for cinema has vanished. And what I love even more is when two of my passions come together in the latest, greatest product to combine all the things you like into one place so you don't have to think too hard. You don't have to go too far. The greatest that cinema has to offer, Free Guy. A film that combines the world of video games and puts it with other things that we might possibly know. I'm a bit of a gamer girl myself in that I put hundreds of hours into City Skylines, just trying to get that city right. Oh God, why are there so many dead bodies? I built cemeteries. I have enough crematoriums for every single household in this goddamn town, and yet there's bodies filling up the building. So grab your favorite pot of coffee because we are gonna need some caffeine to get through an hour and 50 minutes of Ryan Reynolds. Not that I have anything against Ryan Reynolds. I just don't want to watch a fucking movie with him. Let's talk about Ryan Reynolds for a second. Now, Ryan Reynolds has had a long, historic career, starting out as one guy, part of two guys, a girl, and a pizza place. He was a guy in that equation that also worked at the pizza place. Everyone knows Ryan Reynolds truly came into himself when he took on his most iconic role. I'm talking about Van Wilder, the college student that refuses to graduate. He would later go on to play other characters that I'm sure will be brought up at some point.
He's one of the sunglasses people. And the people who wear sunglasses are heroes. They get to do anything they want.
Interesting. Do we have themes? Do we have commentary in the first 2 minutes? There's sunglasses guys. Sunglasses guys are cool guys. They can do whatever they want. They don't even have to follow the fucking law. They can drive cars. Are they a metaphor for the rich and powerful? Those who have so much more than us, where the laws literally do not apply to them. They can live freely amongst the world, travel, while the cops are there too. And as you can see, they're not really making anything better. So I think it's actually a joint effort in this case. But if you are the main character of your life, if you are the protagonist of your story, you can break through the powers. You can be a free guy. Do I even need to watch it at this point? I think I just predicted it, but I will give the movie the benefit of the doubt to surprise me. Special effects. What annoys me when it comes to like purely CGI creations is how you can tell they didn't try to blend any of the real artifacts in it. The smoke is a clear way to cover up the smooth transition of this vehicle coming from the left side of the screen. What ends up happening is you actually have these really weird layers of focus of depth because nothing is made within the same scene, and the depth of field, the focus is different for like every element. All of this looks like a green screen wall right here, completely just blocking you from the action. I guess explosions are cool. I guess slow motion is cool when you take the effort, when you do the work to capture it, to pull off as much as you can in camera. Unless the artifice is part of the movie. But for me personally, all I see is fake computer nothing. Ryan Reynolds, just your average regular millionaire, your average NPC guy.
What more
One
could a
of
guy
the
want?
most recognizable people in the world. Is this a Lego movie?
Every morning, I start my day with the most delicious coffee in the whole whole world.
Hey, same here, buddy. Same here.
It's like losing my virginity, but in my mouth.
I just don't understand why he has to make jokes. They hire Ryan Reynolds, and they're like, that's the character, that's the guy, do it. Do Ryan Reynolds.
Answer that song. My body.
I love my life. It's something about finding your lane and just staying in it.
This is a Lego movie. I'm not upset. I'm not complaining. We're having a great time. I love video games. I love film. I love discussing it. I love making videos on it. I like having fun. And I'm ready to have fun with a movie full of likable, lovable characters and a story that can touch our heart.
Hey, guy, you gonna find someone?
That's okay, bud. I feel like I've been looking for it forever. You know, maybe it's just.
Those were two very different scenes. Like, robberies just happen. But if you play a video game and there's a robbery that's supposed to take place, the characters still act accordingly. Like in GTA, regardless of how many times they've seen you walking down the street with the fucking submachine guns, no matter how many times they've seen you just absolutely wrecking shit in the city, they still scream and run when you pull out a gun.
Tired to see your mom's basement, thanks.
Got jokes, huh?
It would not be a video game themed movie if they did not joke about at least one character living in their mom's basement, because that's what video games do. Sure, it's the highest growing entertainment industry in the world. It's for losers in their mom's basement. Don't play video games, kids. We are a video game themed movie, and we are fucking ashamed of it.
Wow, life in the big city. Ain't nothing like it.
Looks like rain.
Ah, she's free. You can tell she's a free mind because of her wig. I have the free will to make terrible decisions about my hairstylings. Not like this in the background. Whoa. Can I get a close-up? Why are we just walking past it? We're just walking past the world, the interesting part.
Don't have a good day, have a great day.
Love that song.
He broke his programming. Love doing the same thing day in, day out, never changing, never growing. Love, a new connection can change our lives, give us a new perspective, free us from the guy that we are.
Coming soon! Free City 2! Bigger, better, radder!
Aren't video game ads so annoying? Just let me play your game in the coffee shop in broad daylight. Come on, I'm plugged in, girl. Why are you bothering me? So is he only alive while someone's playing the game, or does he exist outside of it? This is a really shitty Truman Show, you know?
I'm just keeping you on your toes.
The world can detect defects. Is there like a rogue AI computer software program that knows the system that's keeping them subjugated? All these people can be free. They can all free their minds. Not all developers are created equally, but some people at the top have kept you subjugated in order to fuel their economy, while we just have to sit through it, the mundane bullshit every day. Whew. This is really hitting something cerebral.
That man is dead.
He's so sleepy.
He's so sleepy. But he knows what death is. Now, personally, I turn the HUD off. I don't want to see this shit, especially this HUD. What an intrusive fucking thing. I like when the HUDs come up contextually, like when you're engaging in combat. Let me explore. Don't give me a mini-map and a compass and a waypoint. I can figure it out. You don't have to paint every ledge in bright yellow. I'll try it and I'll figure it out. So they're like video game things, like this guy jumping and shit in the background is resorted to the background. It's not like a thing they're commenting on. It's not really a feature of the world. It's just like, oh, look at that video game thing happening over there. But don't forget, Ryan Reynolds, he's our main boy. He's our main protagonist. So much so, we need two in this shot. This feels like a shitty, non-ironic Matrix Resurrections. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, so you just boot the trash-ass noob, you ban him for life, you're done.
Boot the trash-ass noob. And then ban them for life because they shot a player in your game? Interesting.
What skin are you going with?
The usual. Dirty stripper cop, big guns, bigger mustache. What are you going with?
Full body mustache, hot pink. You should be very afraid.
I'm terrified.
I'm sorry, were they supposed to have chemistry? Is that supposed to be banter?
Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
I'm just being honest. I think the bunny suit is just a little much.
Why do the NPCs look exactly like them? Or is that just an excuse to have Steve and this guy in this world? Are they our comic relief? Are we gonna have actors who try to out comic relief Free Guy, Ryan Reynolds? Are there subways in this game? Now, Subway is canon to the Uncharted world, so this is not uncharted territory for video games. I would not be surprised if Ryan Reynolds catches a sub in midair.
Get over here!
That's a video game reference.
Let's go.
Come on, bud. Nice skin.
Thank you. Mostly genetics, I think. I'm pretty lucky. I have naturally dewy skin.
You know
Was
you
he a
can't go around looking
baby?
like that. The rules are clear.
Do like
and another thing, you
NPCs
can't have the
remember
NPC
being
avatar.
children?
It screws up the mix.
Why does
5%
every
of that.
single Ryan Reynolds blockbuster comedy action film look the exact same? Why would the game developers have to dress up as police in their video game? Was there a script written for this at some point?
Coming to get ya.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Physical comedy is the funniest when there's no danger of them actually being hurt. It's the absolute funniest when it's all just rubber people bouncing off the walls. Why doesn't he just kill himself? He'll wake up in his bed regardless and he can just try again tomorrow.
It's time I went God mode on this biatch.
Okay, bring it.
Oh, it's brung.
I love these characters. These characters really speak for me.
I'm so good at this.
At what? How are you changing the environment and jumping at the same time? What are you physically doing on the computer to make this happen?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Nope.
What? Give me a second. We call this a reversal of expectations. So you see him running towards the wrecking ball, and in your mind, you're like, okay, there's the power-ups. He's gonna grab all that. He's gonna jump on the wrecking ball, and then he's gonna, which is further signified by the very smart and in-world choice to play 5 royalty-free seconds of Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball. When was the song Wrecking Ball released? 2013. Roughly 7-ish, 8-ish, 9-ish years before this was made, there's a song by one Miley Cyrus who sang about a wrecking ball and how she came in like a wrecking ball, like she just ruining everything, stumbling, pushing over vases, punching holes in walls, knocking off portraits like a complete awful monster. But it's a song that we all know. It's a song that we all love. And it is a song with a reference to a wrecking ball. You see how just a musical cue can bring you to a space and a place and a time that is outside of yourself. This is the magic of movies. It can transport you to anywhere in the universe from the darkest depths in the sea. Cinema is a beautiful tool that one can use to manipulate their audience into feeling emotions that they did not necessarily understand were there, like anger and pain and resentment and annoyance and a little bit of boredom and mostly just like pain, like right here, just like a throbbing, pushing. Fear not, young travelers, because he has a rubber suit. I like it when Ryan Reynolds bounces off things. It is his funniest action that he could possibly perform.
The number of players online didn't change.
It's just a glitch, man. It's not.
The number of players doesn't update second to second, so you killed an NPC, which you thought was a player, and you were hoping to see that player number go down one. Like, oh, yep, that was him. Leaving the game. Why didn't you just ban him? But you couldn't find him in the computer, so you had to go in there yourselves. It's an NPC. Steve knows that there is something wrong. There's something more happening. Will they believe in something beyond themselves, outside of themselves? I'm a little annoyed by the sheer amount of Kellogg's product placement. Kellogg's can eat my entire dick. Whoa. IGN, a real reputable news source.
Life itself, it's essentially a fishbowl game. People aren't playing it. Computer-generated characters interact and evolve.
So he made a video game called Life Itself where he made like a people simulator. He basically made The Sims, but you can't interact with it. You can't play it. Look at all these computer-generated, simulated individuals in this fishbowl. I love watching them. The metaverse is gonna change the world. Was she the one in the cafe? Is this just like lady we saw for 2 seconds and now she's here? Great. Ooh, watching your own interview on TV, pretty embarrassing. Millie, why is she being a creep fuck?
How does it feel working for a galactic black hole of frozen shit?
Steve sold out. They used to be game developers. They used to believe in the game. Is that a Futurama model back there? How fun. They used to believe in the games. You can tell by how he has displayed his controllers like it's a manly garage with tools on the wall, and then you see the tools and you're like, wow, they use so many tools.
You're living in the past. You are stuck. You gotta move on.
Speaking of living in the past, writers of Free Guy, you can't pull out a Miley Cyrus song from 2013 and then have a character talk about living in the past, unless you're supposed to agree with his character, but he's a sellout. He sold their idea. He sold their game dastardly. Big developer. These tiny little indie developers just can't get a leg up against the monsters that are Microsoft and EA and Sony. And are we touching on something real? Are we going to talk about crunch? Are we ever going to comment on Activision and Blizzard? I might turn this fun action comedy into a horror. Do they see them as live action characters, or do they see the computer generated models, the graphics? There's no art design in this world. I hate when video games just try to look real. I don't like what they're doing with the guns, how they like digitally transform. I think it's much funnier if you do the GTA route where you just like continuously pull bigger and bigger guns out of your pants. You don't have to video gameize it. You don't have to computerize it. Just have them pull a big ass gun out of their pants. It's funny.
It's funny on the game. It'll be funny in real life.
So she thinks that she is just a player talking to another player. And this player is so inept that he is a level 1 who doesn't know how to do anything, doesn't know how to interact with the world, doesn't know how to level up, and he could just show up and ruin the solo mission that she's on. Usually online games like this, you do missions in groups. You do it in like raids, but she's looking for something specific. She's looking for a secret that will probably get the game back to the creators with the good intentions. They have the good heart. I just want to make a simulated world where Sims can live. I don't want any harm or hurt. I just want an animated series. Animated series with like an AI generator, I guess. A video game, it does not sound like, nor something I would play.
Ooh, okay. Well, enjoy your lifetime supply of virginity.
Second virgin joke. You see the symbolism? Do you see what's happening here? He is the guy in the fishbowl. He is life itself, striving to get out, because we all know life can't advance beyond the fishbowl. A fish can't sustain itself. It can breathe. It can expand itself beyond the bowl that it is living in. But the point of life itself is that, like, that's the pure intentions. I just want to make a simulated world where we can see social interactions. I want to see the best of us. That human element comes in, distorts, destroys, changes, alters the purity that is social interaction. It brings in bad actors that want nothing but destruction. Some heavy shit going on in here. You don't know this, but I keep walking away. Don't worry about this headphone. I'm on hold with man. I need to tell them that I'm not gonna I guess I'll deal with that when they pick up. Wish it would change every now and then, but I don't understand why the quality is like Nokia ringtone era compression. It's bananas. Is that how frag grenades blow up from the bottom? He thought he was gonna be able to throw the grenade because he has a high enough level. But unfortunately, a truck drove by and he went kabooey. It's the reversal of expectations that they're just so good at. He's a hero. He's going around stopping other players. But can't you turn off PvP? So there's PvE, and then the other players are just like not really expected to interact with you. The other players just kind of do their own thing, but that's not how online MOBA RPG games work. I know I'm being a stickler, but like, you guys could at least play something. Fucking Fallout 76. I don't give a shit. Turn one of them on. Learn how actual people interact with actual characters. Why does it look like shit now? Ninja!
He's running around leveling up crazy fast by being the freaking good guy.
I'm shaking with rage. If he is an NPC, if he's like a rogue AI, why is there so much footage? There wouldn't be a camera on him because no one's playing him. Are these gaming communities that like insular that if there's a single player on a single server jostling up a little bit of mayhem, a little bit of mischief, is everyone in the community gonna know about it? Maybe I'm not the gamer that I thought I was. What do the comments say? I love this kinda. You guys are right. He's the new gaming icon. This, our new gaming icon.
Who is Blue Shirt Guy?
You're absolutely right. Blue Shirt Guy. Who is he or she? Indeed.
Blue Shirt Guy is what they're calling him. He's the vigilante, cleaning up the streets, so much so that Alex Trebek, may he rest in goddamn peace, that Alex Trebek is worried. He's concerned to know who is the person controlling this NPC. Why are they rooting themselves in the game so much? Oh, a bigger fish tank. The fish tank is a metaphor for the life, the bubble that we are in, and his fish tank is getting bigger, then that means he is expanding as a person. He is growing as a person. Then are these NPCs too, or are these players? These are just players that come to the underpass location to shoot guns and fight. Look how big and muscular he is now, wearing a button-up shirt.
You pick up some muscles too?
Oh, he commented on it. Hey, everyone's noticing the muscles. Good for you, Ryan. In your old age, you can still get complimented in movies.
And now I'm one of the sunglass people.
The sunglass people can literally break through reality like they live. Like they live. Like they live. In the game itself, how can you take someone's gun? Movie. It's a movie. It's not a game. It's a movie. Stop treating it like a video game. If you try to treat it like a video game, then you'll misunderstand the ultimate function of it.
Keith, our Blue Shirt Guy is everywhere.
You're just now noticing? Fucking Alex Trebek noticed before you, Steve. Oh, Fortnite dances. That's fun. I just want to know, like, how many more years of movies we'll have to live through where that dance will show up. How many more producers think that's what kids want, even though the Fortnite generation is going to be approaching their teens any day now. They're going to grow up, I hope. What's with the slow motion? Does Does Ryan Reynolds deserve to be shot in slow motion? Do not cut out the part where I say in slow motion. Don't just stop after I say does Ryan Reynolds deserve to get shot. Ryan Reynolds does not deserve to get shot.
Nobody can.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it is. Guy is a character that Steve made in life itself, and he's going to be the proof of the stolen code in this world. And the reason why he's so in love with Millie is because Steve created him, and Steve loves Millie. Millie is going to show Millie that, oh, Steve cares about me. He cared enough to keep me in the code. His heart's in the right place. He wants to make life itself. We can actually date. There is something here. He has won me. That gamer nerd has won my approval. Call that an educated guess, perhaps. Slow motion shattering glass was his Deus Ex. What they really fundamentally fucked up with the slow motion, and I will say this is an actual flaw with the movie, is that if you're trying to recreate the kinetic energy of a video game, then you should realize that video games are rarely in slow motion. Sometimes there's a feature or a cinematic that will show it in slow motion, but rarely in a real-time MMO, RPG, there's not going to be slow motion in it. How would that work? Would other players see you in slow motion? Would you be in slow motion? Yes, I know Taika Waititi is on screen. That doesn't change anything. What I was saying about the slow motion, though, fundamentally takes away from the feeling of a video game. It's taking away from the energy, and it's movifying it. In that way, it just further adds to the sense that they're kind of ashamed looking, feeling, acting like a video game. They're kind of ashamed of showing the players actually playing it. That's all boring player shit. No one's gonna want to see an inventory on screen, but it makes more sense than the stupid fucking HUD that they showed, which just added neon gobbledygook on top of all the buildings. This is more of a movie roast than a movie commentary, but...
Why are you doing all of this?
Because I'm horny.
No.
Is she realizing? She's realizing. And then I saw your face. Are you buying experience points? Are you using your shark card? Are they chatting? Is this in voice chat? Is she seeing it as logs? What is she doing? Does she have a job? Is her job just playing this game? You can turn your HUD off, and you just don't get missions, and then you can stroll down the street and buy ice creams. But how will you taste it? Is this a Ready Player One situation? Is it the VR impact suit?
I know a joke. Homosexual and a man in a wheelchair are trying to murder a very small child.
Where did you hear that?
A robbery.
Don't crib your jokes from the trolls in Free City.
They're just trolls. When a main portion of your audience is saying racist, homophobic, downright terrible things, they're just a few trolls. Far and few between. They're not the main players. Our main players are good murdering little sociopaths. Why are they sweening? What? Why are they sweening? This is when we're supposed to connect to them, when we're supposed to learn about them. I am so fucking bored. I don't like either of their faces. How are they kissing? What does this mean?
And of course it doesn't look the same. There's no waterfalls, there's no butterflies and unicorns.
That was his game? His game had butterflies and unicorns? He made a fantasy fairyland for AI. It's not the anime video game waifu that he is lusting after. No, it is the female game developer lusting after a free guy. That makes it not sexist. AI technology, that's incredible. Everyone wants true AI, and this fucker just figured it out in his video game. Yeah, you don't want to lose that. And they're gonna close down the servers for when Free City 2 comes out, because that's notoriously how game developers work. They shut off the servers because they know every single player is gonna buy the new one, and then it's just gonna be, empty old servers? No one ever pulls out an older game or can't afford the newest game. If it's something you love, if it's something you care about, then you're gonna pay for it day one. You're gonna pre-order it. You're gonna get the special bonus DLC fuck you shit,
Is a game.
Yes.
And we're all just players in the game?
Themes? Are those themes I hear?
You can never leave
Some themes. We're just players in the game, bruh.
A background person. Someone designed to make the game more fun for real people.
Can't just resort Ryan Reynolds to the background. He's not an extra. He's not a cameo unless you count Hobbs and Shaw. Hollywood's sexiest man every year running. I'm gonna hear this fucking song in my dreams, I swear.
Well, I may not be real, but for a second there, I felt pretty alive.
That single tear. Come to the Universal backlot, see where it happens. Can't even touch the water. What kind of bullshit game is this? So now he's having another existential crisis about him being a video game character. What is Ryan Reynolds' legacy? He has had a career. He gets paid to be in movies, but who is he? Is he just a guy, an NPC to be shaped to whatever comedic value you need in your film? Someone that can be mean and charming at the same time? He has Deadpool. That is true. That is true. He does have Deadpool. May he reign long as the character he worked so hard to get made. Channing Taters, my guy, my bro. Honestly, Channing Tatum, probably the better comedic actor than Ryan Reynolds.
It's you. Yeah. I love you. I mean,
he's relatable. That's what I like about Channing Tatum. His excitement, his joy, his happy face, it's all a genuine place inside of him. He has a childlike enthusiasm. There it is. Look at that. Deadpool. I knew it would happen. Oh, Stranger Things. So Stranger Things is this in a world where Steve is also a video game designer. Got that gamer crowd right, for sure.
Did to get to the secret level.
Your character talks to you. Your character turns their head to the camera and then talks to you.
Who are you talking to?
sorry. What am I talking to? It's just such a.
Yeah, I see why they don't show footage of the video game they made. It's really bad. It's really weird and uncanny. Is that the thing? Is that the disconnect? That they try making video game footage using traditional CGI artists? What I feel like they should do is actually develop a game, just make a video game in Unreal Engine. You can even use Unity. I don't care.
I'm saying my catchphrase. Everybody's watching. God.
Oh, Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum is a boy who lives with his mommy. That's who gamers are. The best gamers, loser men. It's a movie for gamers by gamers.
Please. Millie, I'm sorry for running away.
Fine, one gag that worked. Put it on the board. You got one laugh from me, movie.
What are you thinking about NPCs and how I play the game?
You ever try to be the good guy? Or are we so focused on being bad? Are the tools they give us reinforcing those tendencies? Ninja! Ninja never played a violent game in his life.
If we reboot the server, then he's just gonna revert back to a regular non-player guy.
Solution. Well, that's gonna piss a lot of players off if you just take the server offline. Those are people buying loot boxes. Those are people buying skins. He's dancing on a flag and it's glitching to see the original code from life itself. How dare they? Is this our low point? We at our low point yet? How's there so much fucking time? How's there so much fucking time in this movie left? I didn't know that like turning the server off deleted the world.
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.
God, can we talk?
Come on, guy. They can reprogram you, but they'll never kill your spirit.
Please, Guy, you're all I've got.
What about your boyfriend who works in the studio? Not boyfriend, I'm sorry, they're not dating. What about Steve in the studio?
The girl of his dreams. So I had to base this girl off of someone, and who better than the person that I was sitting next to every day. Then,
did I fucking call it? He was alive because of you, Millie.
I haven't really even seen your face. I mean, I've seen the general area, but I'm not really good with descriptive words.
Did he lose a love? Did he lose The passion he had for her is not instantly there. Oh, but there's not a button for it. He was able to do it because he can break through the code. She shouldn't be able to do this. This isn't one of her abilities with a keyboard or a controller. I'm over here a little confused because you set up the rules, movie, and then you just break them blatantly in front of my own eyes.
Hi, Millie, and other person I can't see.
Is it a first-person game? How do they know where the camera is? What's the camera in the game?
People, what if our world doesn't have to be so scary?
Ryan Reynolds as Guy, you've been using guns a lot in this movie.
See a lot of gun violence in your world?
Actually, that's a big problem, Guy. It's a massive problem.
It's a massive problem. We acknowledged it. It was a fun laugh that there's horrendous gun violence every day in a country that just refuses to examine itself. A little sprinkle of social commentary, not too much, because the theming is about being the special little individual that you are. And then also some other things about how we treat other people, you know, empathy or like the police state or something, you know? I'm glad all of our streamers are on top of this shit. We're all here, Coke I main, talking about the AI. I'm glad they got paid a good chunk to show their faces and do nothing abnormal than their everyday setup. Real world becomes fictional world, becomes faker world, becomes game world, becomes other game world, which is reflected of the real world because you can hide the real world, but you can't hide its reflections.
Bogus lawsuit because she's desperate for a piece of tsunami quan.
Did this do well at the theaters? What was the box office for Free Guy? 331 million. What was that budget, my dude? Big hit to bring the world back together in times of crisis.
I worked on him myself. He's perfect. Drop in, dude, now.
Time for him to get in the game. Loading up, plugging in. You gotta go through the tutorial. That's the upsetting part. You gotta go through the beginning.
You got from our work. You chose your side, little Padawan.
I wish I took this a little more serious because, like, indie developers getting fucked over by large studios is a very common thing.
Hey, Antoine, things are getting hectic.
That was terrible, ADR. Fucking awful. Play it again.
Hey, Antoine, things are getting hectic.
Cancel every player account. And where the hell is...
I'm sorry, Taika, baby, honey. I want to hear your natural voice, buddy. When will I get asked to be a personality in a film? Derek Savage, I'm looking at you.
Catchphrase.
What? It's just a bigger Ryan Reynolds? Is it supposed to be funny that it's like buffer Ryan Reynolds? Why can't they see this? Why is the in-game camera doing such things?
TBD. Third thing here.
Why did they record the voice lines of the half-finished script? Because I don't know why you would hire an actor to come in and read TBD third thing. I appreciate how nerd culture is just like the things. It's like he has the thing. It's not a reference. It's not a poster, though we still have those and we'll litter it everywhere. But the real goodies, the real Easter eggs that you came for is them utilizing the actual thing from that world in this world. It's like every property that is every property that ever will be. And it's just like the pool that you use. You pull what you want for your movie, maybe a Star Wars, maybe a Marvel, maybe a fucking... I can't wait till someone references Free Guy referencing Marvel. Ooh.
Hold on. Is that a taxi?
Yes!
Do you feel the magic? Do you feel the respect and joy that we felt watching the Star Warsian movies? Do you feel the magic of everything that makes up your personality being co-opted, oogled at, shown on display like some freak show side attraction. And if you don't get it, if you don't understand the nostalgia, then we will provide the musical cue. And it just don't stop. But why can't everyone else break out their programming? Are they also AIs? Can he turn them into AIs?
Been the best day of my life. No, we matter.
Go forth, my white savior. Show them that Black Lives Matter. I wonder if that's just an unfortunate message that one could take away from this moment. Just a trope that actually exists, and exists because it's kind of weird. Why does everyone give a fuck? You don't have to show me the entire world reacting to it for me to believe that it's a big deal. It's not a fucking meteorite that's about to hit Earth. You don't have to show me every country, every age demographic, every person sitting at their table watching it like it's Bill and Ted playing God Gave Rock and Roll to you. The moment it's being played so sincerely, but it feels as cynical and ironic as everything else in this movie.
Who'd have thought that so many people would just want to watch video game characters instead of shoot at them?
Just watch them. Games like that don't exist. They think this is such a clever idea. Like, what if we just had like a game where we just observe? Oh, fall in love. They're gonna fall in love. Oh, it's not gonna happen. She's in love with Guy, dude. Free life. Free life. What if we had dinosaurs instead of guns, guys? That wouldn't be destructive. No one would get hurt. Be a beautiful world. What if we had grass? Truly an incredible experience that I can just spend hours in. But what are they gonna do? They're just gonna like do their programming, right? They're gonna be like, okay, I was a bank teller in Free City, so I guess I'll be a bank teller here.
Maybe that is my programming talking, but someone wrote that.
Do you know who? He's in the room with you. I'm not your real boyfriend. I'm just your animated boyfriend, white boyfu. This is the moment that she realizes she's not actually in love with Guy. She, this entire time, has had feelings for Steve.
And I had to make it realistic, so...
Yes, I got this the first time it happened. It's always been you, Millie.
Dreams.
Because you're the woman of my dreams. Finally, you realize what's good for you, woman. And you realize that the boy that's been nothing but nice to you deserves your favors, deserves your love. He didn't sell out. He didn't give his soul to the game developer. He is the man that you deserve. And this is a mutual agreement to date one another.
Not the same thing at all.
Harder laughter!
Not gonna get harder laughter from me, that's for sure. Does he still have a gun on his belt? Hold on, I thought there weren't guns in this world. What kind of paradise is this? There's no money, no concept of money. He still has a gun. There's still a physical gun within Free World. There's some harmful messages being propagated in this film. Of course, Ryan Reynolds produced it. So that was Free Guy. Ryan Reynolds is Free Guy. He was an NPC. He broke his code because he's an AI, and he taught everyone else to break their code. And then Steve got his game back from Taika Waititi because Taika stole his game data and created the world's first AI, and now they all live freely in Free City where they can be observed by strangers on the internet around the world, unknown to them, circling the camera, zooming in on them and their lives. No conversation is private anymore. I think Big Brother should be the theme of Free Guy 2. Think it might also be interesting if they touch on a little more pervasive issues within the gaming world, the sexism, the racism. I don't think the commentary was quite there. It's hard to know what is a parallel or take your actual parallels, your actual commentary as serious. It is a very slickly well-produced blockbuster with terrible jokes in it, terrible effects, story and film that steals a lot of aesthetics from other movies, a lot of ideas from other, and when they can't think of it out for a scene themselves, they just steal a prop from another movie, a reference from another property. Free Guy, slam it or jam it. Was it a terrible film that we should forget forever, throw it away, never think about, or was it a masterpiece that should be remembered throughout the pantheons of time? I think it is a soft slam it. If you're a child, you may giggle at it. There are some parallels that are interesting to how video games are. There's a couple little clever visual gags, but ultimately I feel like it has a misunderstanding of how video games function, especially online games. Why the fuck would you feel bad for killing an NPC? They're quite literally programmed to die. Please tell me what you thought of Free Guy. Did you see it? Who gives a shit? What movie should I do a commentary for next? There's a whole row of shit just right for the picking down here. So I'm Greyson Todd. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like this. Please check back for more commentaries. Stay swazzy, stay posy, watch some good shit, and I will catch you on the flip side. My dudes, my friends, my free guys, don't be an NPC. Put on the sunglasses. And for once, I don't have a pair of sunglasses near me. Well, fine.